रेट आप लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा है।
मैं जानता हूँ काफी लोगों को समझ नहीं आया होगा, तो मैं उनके लिए ट्रांसलेट कर देता हूँ कि
Hey guys, welcome back to another stream of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. तो कैसे हैं आप लोग? आज मैं खेलने जा रहा हूँ कॉम्पिटिटिव मैच। इंडियन वाचिंग सीएस इन्फो आ रहा है, आ जा रहे हैं। तो कैसे हैं आप लोग? आज मैं खेलने जा रहा हूँ कॉम्पिटिटिव। Let's start with some new casual. कैजुअल से स्टार्ट करते, कैजुअल में अटक जाते भाई। कॉम्पिटिटिव से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं भाई लोग, कॉम्पिटिटिव से ही खेलेंगे। ये ट्रेडेबल हो जाए एक बार भाई।
you see that sort of setup in a 3v3 like that, you're always saying, well, they might as well consider saving this point because unless you get some sort of miraculous sequence come through, it's unlikely to actually win this round. As we will take a tactical timeout. This time it's for FaZe. See Yanko riding up the troops. Guardian still has his AWP. Adren has the AK-47. This could decide the outcome of the game here. If this goes 13-10, it's double eco territory for Na'Vi, and they don't have the time to do that. So they'll bring together Galils and AKs. Remember, after losing all 5 players the previous round, yes, they won it courtesy of the bomb explosion, but that's only $3,500 per player going to the next round. Zeus with UMP, Edward and Flamey with Galils, just so they have a little bit of utility going forward here. Very difficult round for them. Can they do anything with it?
Flash high, Zeus. He'll swing off of it just to check. Doesn't actually go all the way around. Double nade. The first one actually bounced into Cubby. Didn't do anything to him. The second one certainly left more than just a scratch.
We should note as well, this is actually FaZe's picking the best of 3. We move on to Mirage next, which is Na'Vi's. But if you're Na'Vi right now, that map ball is actually looking very good for you.
Well, this is the other thing. There is a slight caveat of that. Yes, this looks great. You're in this game. Mirage is absolutely their choice. We know Simple loves it. Dust 2, we saw these guys in London now 3 weeks ago. It's crazy how fast time flies. In the shape-up event for this, it was a showcase event, 4 teams only. They actually didn't win it, North did. And the reason for that is because they said they've been working Dust 2. They brought it into the best of 3 in that series, they lost it, and then Nuke was next, and it left them with little options. So sometimes that happens. You bring in a new map, and it just falls a little short. So that's the 3rd map. We'll see if it shows that they've been working on it still. That's if we even get that far. Nico behind Nubox. He'll flash himself off, but it's Zeus that gets through the smokes and finds 2 on the UMP. Rain has to back away already. That reset we talked about might not be happening.
I don't think the CTs even go for this now. That's Zeus getting on top of the first orange. You can jump up there yourself, and he found 2 players on entry with the UMP of all the weapons. That's the one that does it. He picks up an AK-47 now. What a brilliant round from him. He managed to get 2 kills in the round they won previously as well to actually get them access towards the A side. Now he cracks open B as well, showing us that he still has the moves to cause a massive amount of impact there. Fantastic work. And will be a 5-on-3, and Rain, Guardian, Olaf have no choice but to save their weaponry. They're running low on cash now as well. That's just blown this game wide open. If FaZe won that round with a clean sweep, that would have been it. For me, that was GG, but Na'Vi player, and they're hunting for a bit more here as well. They know they're isolated in the pit. They're going to flash in and let Simple at him.
Rain's got him though. Certainly ready for that, standing on top of the bike. Goes off, but the round gone, low HP. Can't really justify going too far forward. This Flamey gets 1 back. Certainly they want to keep the op up. Zeus holds on to it, and Olaf gets away with the only gun. Na'Vi is inching at them. They're all over it at this point.
Well, this stage, it's FaZe. They get 3 players up there. Would have been fantastic. They actually drop 2 and only 1 survives. They can't really force this one. They got to take it on the chin and allow an eco to slip by here. But that's Na'Vi tying things up at 12-12 on FaZe's map pick. This is pretty remarkable. I wasn't sure Na'Vi had it in them after the 10-5 deficit they received in the first. I didn't think their T-side would be strong enough, but happy to be proven wrong. And this is looking fantastic now as Simple and Electronic go toe-to-toe with 4 members of FaZe towards the banana area. They don't drop a single player. It's only Flame who goes down towards the A side. It's a great work from them. We have tied the scoreline up completely. And I believe FaZe, they can buy this. They've got about 4.5K per player, so they have enough to buy. And it's going to be far from ideal. Lovely work from Electronic there. But Galil just mows through players about the careful up. Round 25 comes in. Rifles only on the CT side. No AWP for Guardian.
He's going to the AUG instead. 2 AUGs, 3 M4s again. Nico, he's going to use that weapon. So too Olaf. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. There's not that old. Olaf's getting up there. That's the crazy part of this life cycle that we're in esports. Zeus gets damage inflicted upon him. So too does Nico, for that matter, though. He's on 68. Flash up. Nico caught. Gets back around in time, but Zeus was also blind. Couldn't peek it. There was a kill available to them if Zeus was more aware of the flash coming over the top. Simple going to be the one to try and open up the site. He'll make sure they don't retake Banana, that's for sure. Just hold it off at this point in time. And a Molotov down, they might. He knows exactly what that Molotov means. The flash hinders his plans. Smart to hold. They won't go for the boost yet. Wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw Simple get elevated up onto the half wall, but he's actually elected to fall off it completely. He's at the bottom side of the Banana. Bit of hesitation. Flamey's not really doing much toward the top side of A.
Notice that Adren and Nico, the players defending B, have no grenades between them. Defend off a full execution here. I say full, but it will just be the smoke towards CT spawn. It doesn't seem to be affecting them too much. It's going to be a back to fourth straight, as now Zeus once again finding success upon the entries. The bomb's going down. Is this where Na'Vi take the lead?
Zeus is absolutely convinced of it. It might be. After the half we saw, they only won 2 gun rounds.
He was at 3 kills, I think, at the end of the
suppose.
half.
Absolutely, and again, I guess it was 3 gun rounds, but 10-5 at half on the CT side after a pistol start. Yeah, this is incredible turnaround. And again, we were sitting here thinking, hey, FaZe were geniuses. They brought out Inferno. Well, now you start to question why, because it's now 13-12 in favor of Na'Vi. 4 players staying alive again on their side. It's going to be only Guardian, saving an AUG, and Olaf so far that are alive with the M4, and that should end that way. There's not really much aggression toward their positions. Edward isn't going to quite be able to make contact onto Olaf.
There we have it. Na'Vi will actually take the lead at this point on their T side, 13-12. Money is in the proverbial bin as well for FaZe. They don't really have enough to work with it. They got $3,000 per player. They do have saved rifles, so maybe they'll be persuaded to invest into this round, but that's when you start to open Pandora's box officially at that point. If you keep force buying and not getting much return on it, you can sabotage your own finances. You might just be better off taking the full eco here, seeing what the 2 rifles can do, and look to close things out in an efficient manner with the full buys here. But this is what these timeouts are for. Everyone will discuss their ideas, have their input and what they want to do here. It's not looking too good, though, on the FaZe side of the equation as Na'Vi home in on 14 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is exactly what they had to try and address. His leadership issues. Nico, just to point out, sits on 9, bottom of the table. Not where you'd expect to find him. Sure, superstars across the board for FaZe, but not at all where you'd expect to find him. So quick dilation is the only chance they'll have left. Timeout's over. Put it into action. Guardian, he'll hold toward the top side of Banana. AUG in hand, still waiting. The AWP. He's got to remember to hold the button down, not click once with that scope up in front of him.
So what Guardian can do here, completely flash. Nice sequence from Na'Vi that obtains information and real estate there. They've found out the Guardian, the saved rifles towards the B side of the map. They've pushed him right back here. They might potentially bait out some grenades as well as they throw a flash over. And they're going to fall back towards the A side of the map. It will be Nico and Olaf there with the M4 to defend. There's still a slight chance here as Edward will be throwing the Molotov in towards quad. Opts for his teammate to do it instead. Olaf is in one of those positions where he can go very, very well or horribly wrong courtesy of one flashbang here. We'll see which way it goes for him now.
Nico holds off PT-50. Quite get it done. Flamey showed some excellent patience to tap away with the AK and not get overcommitted to a spray in that situation. Off screen, Simple found Olaf. And Electronic, he'll walk around. I don't know if he can check it. I was kind of thinking he was a little careless in that situation. But it doesn't matter because bomb goes down on the A site. Not really much that FaZe can do. So Na'Vi find 14. Something aggressive that's going to catch them off.
Still time, though. Not much of it, but it's there. This was an eco from FaZe. They'll have everything they need in the next round, especially these 2 rifles make it forward. But it's Na'Vi turning it around completely. 10-5.5 against him, and now they'll find themselves 14-12 in favor on the T side of Inferno. Pretty remarkable scenes here. It's FaZe with all to play for, but they made the correct decision, in my opinion, at least, to take a more conservative approach there, allow the orbs to come out now and close this out with style. But Zeus is really feeling it. The cores are all coming together. He's hitting his shots. He's having massive amounts of impact upon entry. As we go to round number 27, Na'Vi. With the win in their sails, will they purchase up the AWP once again? They absolutely do. Simple's got that. Up against Nico and Guardian. Remember, that's always been a bit of a talking point. Nico's not fragging this game up before more comfortable with the AWP. He's carrying 9 and 19. Quarterfinals here. Pressure is on. And they'll send 3 towards B at the start. Simple receives a few grenades here. The Flames won't touch it.
And touched very inappropriately by Nico's nade. Nico's got a follow-up as well. Electronic down 2 for him in the rounds. One by way of bullet on the AWP, and it's Electronic and Simple that'll watch from the sidelines. It'll still be a round at hand, even if they don't convert this. 5 in a row. It'll be a reset potential. So every gun down certainly helps. Edward's shoulder peek toward the A site. That didn't go well for him. Rain didn't quite see the player coming in through the smoke as Flamey was there. But yeah, Zeus on the AWP, how often do you see that?
He just took down Nico in a one-on-one duel as well. That's remarkable. Gets the AK at this stage.
That's also remarkable. Switches out an op for an AK. Who else would do that? Gets the op pick and then says, yeah, I'll take the rifle.
Yeah. Well, he tried to cause some damage there. Almost got the second. Not going to work out for him. It's Edward with his 4 HP. Looks like he's going to save. 35 seconds. Quite an agonizing one. It gives us time to dissect that round. It was Nico joined by 2 teammates there. They went for the grenade stack towards logs. That's where Simple resided, and at that point as well, he jumps up on the barrels, gets the second kill, and funnels them back towards middle, where Adren can start chiming in as well. Lovely work from FaZe. Not out of this just yet to be 14-13. That's locked in. Edward looking like he was going to save. He actually recovers the bomb and wants to make something of this. He can't plant at this point, so just seeing if anyone goes hunting for him. He needs to be careful. He needs to survive after the round timer expires or he gets no cash, but he still has 5k residual. He will survive either way. As Yanko congratulating Nico on a very successful round. Needs to make sure he keeps his head in the game. Round 28, now he's still in the lead, 14-13.
One round, as I say, though, with the most important part of that lead in that one round is that they have a now 5-round reset that they could apply to FaZe. If they win this here, in this round, they go 15, and there'll be no guns for FaZe at all. So they have a chance to ultimately win it in this round. Likewise, they themselves got some money carried over. Simple's got an op in the pocket. Edward would too after this round, so they'll be able to buy again. Then it gets quite desperate because you're tied up in the same situation to be flipped upon their head. Electronic starts it off. That's exactly what they want. Adren gets caught out outside of the flames, and Nico's tag going back into the site. They couldn't quite get enough damage onto him. He stays with 67 in the round, as Simple now will hold off. Quick check behind the bags by Zeus, and leaves Simple to his own devices, I think.
So they have 5 players up against 4. Flamey currently holding the A apartments, or any sort of reaction down towards middle, or a push towards the ult mid position. It's got a minute remaining here. Does Flamey want to suggest they're coming back towards A with a bit of utility? Still has a smoke and Molotov here. They don't have to commit towards B, but question marks starting to appear as the CTs have lost a lot of information. You can see at the B site, no intel, no one at the barrels. Same story towards A, but now they've put Guardian position towards quad. At least we'll have some idea as to what's going on here. As Na'Vi make their way back towards the A side, the full commitment coming in here now. It'll be a 5-on-2 in terms of manpower, as Olaf Meister and Guardian have to fend them off.
Guardian's looking short as well. He's not actually watching above him. He's going to rely on Olaf for that information. And 3 will flood this site. Guardian smartly transitions back, because if he was left on the steps, he'd have a problem. He doesn't now. He's got 2, a third as well. He finds Simple, but is that enough? All his hard work, it may come undone. Bomb still gets planted, and it's the 2 rotating players from B that arrive and have to save it for FaZe. Again, reset if this round doesn't go their way. Kits for both, AKs to work with, and a single flash.
Rain is there with the flashbang. Nico joins him. It's such a difficult retake here. The terrorists have such a massive advantage. The Molotov comes in. That's going to segregate them now. It's Rain that has to deliver. He goes down, and that's going to be it. That surely is the reset now. CT's winning the previous round, and losing this one means they get $1,400 per player in the next round. Na'Vi have found map points, and Nico with no choice but to save the AK-47. Guardian and all his heroics there towards the A site. It looked so good. It seemed like it was enough, but still, it's Zeus and Edward who will be claiming the round there. A difficult clutch, and it was testing even the strongest of players. Guardian, you thought that was enough, Matt. He's got to be gutted with that one.
Spectacular shots, no question about it. Stunning inside of the site, but again, it just wasn't enough. The bomb got planted. They got so overwhelmed, and the other two couldn't get anything done.
Remarkable scenes here. Tactical timeout by FaZe. They'll have to buy everything they possibly can here. We can have a look at a sneak peek, if you will. A UMP in the hands of Rain. It's not as bad as you might think. Nico still has the AK. He drops one weapon over. That's Guardian on the AUG. But Olofmeister has to go in the shotgun. They now need 2 rounds in a row to take us to overtime. This is the pick of FaZe. Losing this one would be a disastrous affair. But they have to dig deep now and see what's available to them. Will they go for aggression here? Will they try and isolate one part of the map and challenge Zeus, who's been so prevalent towards the banana area? They've certainly got the skill on this team to make this round work, but Na'Vi really looking quite strong now.
Super strong at this point. What a turnaround as well. And I mean, I guess we've seen a bit of both teams in this series, and by that I mean both sides of both teams. We've seen ups and downs, poor CT sides on both fronts. Certainly the issues with Nico being on the in-game leading role, I certainly still bring that up. I think that's absolutely a problem for them. I think that's something they need to address.
Hey guys, welcome. Sorry, I was not there. Yeah.